Hey, it's Tig. I'm making this video mainly because I've had a lot on my mind lately, just to do with everyday life, and I thought it was important to relay that, you know, when you get on T, and even when you know you're moving forward, things aren't all sunshine and lollipops. I see a lot of videos, and for the most part they focus on the positive, which I do think is very important, because it is a good thing to be able to do this. In my lifetime, I'm 42 now, so in my lifetime, you know, the world has really changed dramatically. Speaking to my mum, you know, there wasn't really vocabulary for trans, and so as a child, it wouldn't have been something that my parents would have recognized or thought about, and now there's more information out there. There's so much out there, and a lot of it is put out by individuals, you know, not just people that do these blogs. And, you know, things are going well for me. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to be going to see my top surgeon. So, you know, I've been on T for, well, in a couple of months it'll be a year, so that's pretty good. So things in general are going very well, and I'm very happy with it, and I'm looking forward to that. I did say to my doctor at the gender clinic at my last visit that even though I am on T, and even though, you know, I'm quite pleased with changes such in my voice and such, I can't stand being in this in-between place. It's really very frustrating and hard to deal with, and harder than it was, say, pre-T, because pre-T was just a waiting game. Pre-T, I just lived as I lived. Of course, people that might follow my channel know that I had health issues and stuff before T as well, which are in the past, and I'm doing well. But in the past couple of weeks, I've had a lot of stress with uni and stuff like that, so it's probably affecting my thought. But and this is going to be very hard to be honest and putting out there, but, you know, sometimes I just, you know, wonder what's the point. I know that there's many people out there who knew me before my transition and will just see me as a weird female, just a weird, bizarre person, because that is generally how people feel about transgendered folk, is we're just people to be stared at, and, you know, the oddest of the odd, and, you know, which is kind of funny because I feel very ordinary about myself, you know. I'm not changing who I always felt I was. You know, I'm changing my packaging, and, you know, it does mess with your head. You know, you get up in the morning, you look to see, you know, what's happening with any facial hair and stuff like that. You know, I've got a bit of scrub going on here, and you're sitting there praying for it to grow more or grow faster, because, you know, things like that help you pass in life. And it's like you feel it's a huge failure when people use the wrong pronoun on you, and, you know, I dread summer because I feel in the summer I don't pass so well when I wear t-shirts, whereas if I wear a heavy sweatshirt, I feel I can pass. So sometimes I just get these flashes in my head, and I've had low points in my life, several low points in my life, and were hard to get up from. My sister helped me the last time by giving me a good boot in the ass, and then the time before I didn't really have help. I just had to ride through the storm. But I used to fantasize at night. I remember staying at a friend's house, and she had a gun collection, and the gun collection was kept in the bedroom, and I used to fantasize at night about finishing myself. And it wasn't a scary fantasy. It was like the idea of release. It was the idea of stopping the hurt and the pain. It wasn't a difficult thought. And because those thoughts were attractive at the time, you sort of find yourself reveling in them. And I imagine that's probably, people that do go that step farther and actually go through with the actions. I imagine that's probably, it's a good option. It's a happy option to them. It's a release. It's a relief, just to stop the pain. And so from my personal experience, that's how I see people that want to finish it. They think, if they stop the pain, they'll be fine. Everything. And the thing is, you just throw your life away. I remember when I had those thoughts. So much has happened in my life since then. So many good memories and good things. University, girlfriend, and I would have missed out on all that stuff. So, even just, there's been days where I've been in Scotland, or, I remember being up in Sutherland and just seeing the beauty of the place and feeling very grateful that I was there to witness it. So I get that a lot. I get a lot of feelings of just being grateful for being here. But at the same time, when I'm feeling down, things creep into my head. And it's not something that I would ever act on, but you do get very, you feel like, oh God, for the rest of my life I'm going to be a freak, and I just want to be an ordinary guy. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit, because I'm sure guys out there and girls, you think it's that you're the only one that thinks like that, and it's not true. And there's going to be no point in your life where it's plain sailing and you're going to coast for the next 40 years without any pain or without any difficulty. But the way I look at difficulties is, without the dark, you don't notice the light, you don't notice beautiful things, you don't notice the happy times, because you've got nothing to compare it to. So, draw strength from getting through the bad times and getting through. Draw strength from it, that you know what you can face. And I guess that's really what I wanted the video to be about, is just, guys, if you're having a rough time, stay strong. And this summer there's going to be a beautiful day, and everything's going to be perfect just for maybe a moment. Everything, it will be worth it just for that little moment. And there's going to be lots of moments like that are just going to be perfect and beautiful, and just collect them and keep going forward, you know, and be strong, because just to come out and to get to this point, you know, it takes some strength. So I admire everybody that's doing this. I admire everybody that supports friends and loved ones doing this. You know, it takes integrity and strength, and I'd like to thank my friends for just knowing that I am who I am. And, you know, tomorrow I'll wake up and go, don't be silly, Tyke, you're not a freak. You know. And of course there'll be times where I will feel like that. But push through it, guys, alright? And I will too. So, just felt like I needed to share that. Alright, bye.